Before you speak, the universe listens. Before you reveal, the universe tests. Most souls scatter their power with their words. They announce every intention, every revelation, every spark of awakening, and wonder why the light soon fades. There are things the awakened must keep hidden, not out of fear, but out of reverence. Secrets are seeds. They germinate only in silence. Expose them too soon, and the world tramples what has barely begun to bloom. You live in an age that worships exposure. Confession has become currency. The more you share online, the more real you feel. But this endless revelation drains the sacred current that once gave your words weight. So I, Thoth, the keeper of hidden knowledge, will remind you of the 5 truths the awakened must guard. If you hold them in silence, they will shape worlds. If you spill them carelessly, they will turn to dust. The first truth you must never reveal is how deep your awakening truly goes. You've glimpsed things most cannot yet imagine, patterns behind coincidences, voices in stillness, the architecture of energy itself. And in your excitement, you may want to tell someone, but every time you explain it to those unready, the experience shrinks. Language amputates the infinite. When the prophet spoke of the burning bush, it wasn't fire that changed him, it was silence after. Revelation demands integration, not applause. In your world, people chase validation as if it were oxygen. They post their meditations, their third eye openings, their kundalini activations, but the moment something sacred becomes content, its essence leaks away. The dopamine of being seen replaces the stillness of being transformed. If you share a mystical experience with those who mock or misunderstand, their disbelief becomes a seed of doubt within you. Their vibration mixes with your memory until you question your own clarity. So guard your awakening like a candle in the wind. Let it mature in darkness until it becomes steady enough to illuminate others. Only when the light no longer flickers from another's breath should you speak of it. The second truth: never reveal the path the divine has shown you. Each soul's journey is tailored with surgical precision. When you tell others what you're about to do, the book you're writing, the practice you're mastering, the mission you feel called to, you invite their projections into your path. You know this in small ways already. Tell someone you're quitting alcohol, and suddenly they're offering you a drink just this once. Tell the world you're launching a dream, and it answers with opinions, fears, advice, and subtle envy. Psychologists call it social reality substitution. When you announce an intention, your brain releases dopamine as if you've already achieved it. So motivation drops, and momentum dies. Ancient magicians knew this. That's why they worked in silence, revealing only results. Power grows in secrecy because secrecy preserves focus. Your plans are sacred architecture. Don't hand the blueprints to those who build with confusion. Let your actions reveal what your mouth never needed to announce. The third truth: never reveal how much good you do in silence. The modern world rewards performative kindness. People broadcast charity the way kings once displayed gold. But when you advertise compassion, you convert virtue into vanity. True giving is energetic, not transactional. Every time you help another without witness, your frequency rises in ways unseen but unmistakable. When you post every act of generosity online, you feed your ego, not your spirit. The applause of others replaces the whisper of your higher self, saying, "Well done." In my time, the scribes recorded good deeds only for karmic balance, not public honor. Because the moment others know of your sacrifice, they share the karma of the act and its spiritual credit dilutes. Do good quietly. Let the divine be your only witness. Even in your relationships, help, love, and support without needing recognition. The one who can give without being seen has mastered the art of divine economy. And here is the paradox. When you stop performing goodness, you radiate authenticity. People trust you instinctively. You become a beacon, not a billboard. The fourth truth: never reveal the full extent of your power. Every awakened being develops abilities: intuition, influence, energy, perception, sometimes phenomena that defy reason. Yet the wise keep their capabilities cloaked, not from shame but from understanding how fragile power becomes when observed. In your culture, power invites challenge. Display too much confidence, and others compete. Show your spiritual strength, and skeptics try to debunk it. Even friends unconsciously test it, forcing your energy into defense instead of creation. The ancient initiate learned to appear ordinary while carrying extraordinary light. A true magician could walk through crowds unseen, not because he vanished, but because he blended. Consider the sun. It never explains its heat, it simply shines, and life adjusts around it. Likewise, your energy field is not a toy or a topic. Each time you brag about manifesting easily, or reading energies, you trigger disbelief in others that pushes against your field. Their skepticism becomes resistance. You must constantly clear. So let your power be felt, not advertised. The universe already knows who you are. You don't need to convince the timeline. The final truth, and the most dangerous to reveal, is what the divine whispers to you in moments of stillness. In dreams, visions, meditation, synchronicities, you receive codes meant only for you. They arrive in symbols because words would cheapen them. The uninitiated will call them hallucinations. Even fellow seekers may distort them through their own filters. If you share a sacred message prematurely, it becomes corrupted by interpretation before it has time to root within you. When Moses descended from the mountain, his face shone so brightly that people begged him to cover it. That glow was the residue of revelation too pure for the crowd's eyes. Today, revelation takes subtler forms, an intuition that won't go away, a dream that repeats with precision, a coincidence that feels orchestrated. Your ego will want to shout it, but revelation must first be digested, not displayed. Modern psychology agrees. Insight loses potency when externalized too early. Neural networks re-encode it as memory rather than transformation. You end up remembering a truth instead of becoming it. So when the divine speaks, listen, record, protect. Let the message refine you before you share it. And if you do share, speak only in symbols or parables, the way I once did in the Emerald Tablets. Truth clothed in metaphor survives where naked truth is crucified. Now that you know the 5 truths, understand why silence is sacred in your era, more than any before. Your world moves at the speed of exposure. Algorithms reward vulnerability, but not wisdom. The more you reveal, the less mystery you retain, and mystery is the membrane through which spiritual energy travels. Every secret you keep is a storage of voltage. Every secret you spill without purpose is a short circuit. Even your scientists glimpse this law in quantum physics. Observation collapses possibility. The moment you expose something, it loses infinite potential and becomes one outcome. So too with your destiny. Speak it too soon, and it collapses into opinion. Guarding silence is not about secrecy, it's about stewardship. You are a vessel of frequency, and what you hold determines what you transmit. Let me translate this for your modern life. Imagine an artist who tells everyone about a new masterpiece before touching the canvas. He talks for weeks, soaking in praise. When he finally begins to paint, the hunger is gone. The vision fades. That is spiritual leakage. Or picture a woman discovering meditation. After 1 week of peace, she teaches online courses. Soon the responsibility crushes her practice. That is revelation without ripening. And think of the influencer who posts every act of charity for views. She feels empty the moment the camera turns off. That is compassion without sanctity. You see the pattern. When you reveal prematurely, you trade energy for validation. And validation is the cheapest currency in the spiritual economy. There's a reason even I, Thoth, encoded knowledge in riddles. When truth is given too plainly, it becomes entertainment. When hidden, it becomes initiation. Mystery forces the seeker to grow teeth, to earn understanding through effort. Only then does wisdom integrate into the bones. The same applies to you. Keep a little mystery around your evolution. Let people sense your change, but never fully grasp it. That curiosity magnetizes them far more than explanation ever could. Even in love, do not reveal everything. Keep a private altar within your heart that no partner, friend, or mentor may touch. Without that secret space, your individuality dissolves into dependence. Mystery protects not only your power, but your identity. The gods maintain distance so that devotion never becomes familiarity. Do likewise with your sacred self. So, remember the pattern. Keep the depth of your awakening private until it's stable. Keep your future plans unspoken until they are real. Do good silently. Let the universe record it. Hide the full reach of your power. Let results speak. And guard divine revelations until they've remade you. When you live this way, life feels less noisy. Energy stops leaking through gossip and oversharing. Your presence gains gravity. People feel it before you say a word. In psychology, this is called quiet confidence. In esoteric language, it's sealed aura. Both mean the same: power contained. There is a beauty in the unseen. When you no longer need to prove your awakening, you finally embody it. The universe entrusts more to those who guard what they already have. Every secret kept with integrity earns you another revelation. Every silence maintained in humility multiplies your magnetism. And then, one day, others will look at you and feel peace without knowing why. That will be your true testimony. Not words, not posts, not proof presence. The awakened one is not the loudest in the room. They are the calm in it. Their silence rearranges the atmosphere. Their restraint bends probability. That is real power. And that is why some truths must never be revealed. Guard your light, not out of fear, but because the world is not yet bright enough to see it clearly. In time, it will be. Until then, let silence be your sermon, and mystery your greatest protection.